right, here we are. So way up north, we're getting ready. The ice is almost gone finally. Shorelines are starting to open up. So it's time to get ready for the yak here. So what I'm starting to do is I'm gonna be putting lights in this thing in the next couple of weeks. But what I need is access inside. So I'm gonna be cutting some 5-inch hatches into my Outlaw 11.5. So stay tuned. Okay, so we're a bit of a mess out here. So I've actually already have one of these hatches in. I kind of wanted to see what it was gonna be like before I actually started this video. So what I've done is I've gone onto Amazon. I've picked up these 5-inch hatches, which is unfortunately the size that Perception accounted for. I really wish they would have gone to a 6 or larger, but this is what we have to work with. So anyways, as you can see, I have the first hatch here in my standing area. Not an accessory I was actually going to put in here, but because I want to put the lights in and everything, I want somewhere to run that. While I do that, I might as well run proper power for my my fish finder, eventually a power pole on the back I'd like to do. So anyways, let's get into this. I've already got the center one done. We're going to come up here and do the front one because I want to mount a front light here when it comes in. Reason for that is when I start tournament fishing, you leave pretty early in the morning and it's pretty dark, so instead of wearing a headlamp like I see a lot of the guys doing, I'd like the ability to have the light on the front, switch it on, away we go. So let's get started. So what I'm going to do, unless you have a hole saw that's going to be 5.5 inches, and oddly enough it's the one size I don't have, and I'm not going to spend $50 to go get one, we're going to use a jigsaw. So to get it started, you want to stay inside this ring here, and then that's going to give you a perfect fit for your whole sleeve without moving around. So that's what we're going to start with, is getting this hole started. Okay, don't be too aggressive with stuff. If you're not used to a drill and stuff like that, take your time. Even putting the screws in the end, use a hand screwdriver if you need to. You don't want to over tighten those because you strip it out. You're not going to have that good seal. You have to oversize your screws at that point. So just take your time when drilling your holes in here. So next, I have my my jigsaw with me here. I like to use a metal blade for this on the plastic. It's not going to be so aggressive and chew right into it. It's going to do a nice little butter knife cut right around this. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so pretty simple. We got a nice big deep hole here. What we're going to do with this piece here, you are going to hold on to that. Okay, this is going to be great if you end up with a crack somewhere, a hole. You can always take this, heat it up, and it's the exact right plastic for your kayak in order to heat weld it back together. So very important. Keep these pieces and put them off to the side. So what we're going to do is I got 150 grit sandpaper here. Clean off these edges a little bit. Smooth it up a bit. What we also want to do, it was a little easier on the front hatch because there was actually something that actually guided it to protect it. So what we're going to do is take this collar and put it here. So we basically know this outside edge here. What I want to do is take your sandpaper and really sand it down around the outside edge. What this is going to do is help that silicone that we put around it bond to it properly and get a really good bond, so you don't have such a smooth surface that it's going into. Okay, so we got that sanded down, so it's a little rough, something for the silicone to sit inside there. So I'm going to take a rag, wipe off any loose stuff here. Okay. Now what I found worked best for this, there's multiple ways of doing this. You can bolt it right through, you can do well nuts, you can, what I found is I had bought 3 different sizes. I'm actually going with a number 8 1/2 inch. Make sure you're using stainless steel, very important. You don't want to end up with this all rusting and rotting out on you and staining the kayak as well. So let's do it once and done. So I'm going to put the cap back on here. Make sure that fits in there good. Okay, it looks pretty good. We want it to be somewhat straight here. One thing you can do, depending on what you're using, you can pre-drill all these holes one size smaller. I don't see a necessity for that for using a sharp head screw like that, only going in 1/2 inch. So what we want to do now, we're going to take our silicone. Try not to use colored. I don't know how true it is, but if you're using a translucent or a clear silicone, apparently tends to bond better. Being in the construction trade, that's what we were always taught. So again, whether there's truth to that or not, I'm not sure, but it's typically what we want to do. So right on this inside rim that's going to be sitting inside the hole, I want to do one nice continuous bead right around. Be a little generous with it. Silicone is cheap. If it oozes out, you can clean it up. So I do that one there, then I'm going to do another one in the center, which crosses where the screws are actually going to go in. And I'm going to go right over those holes too. I'm going to add some silicone into those screw areas. Make sure you got a nice continuous bead. Boom. Okay, that's that. I'm gonna place this over here. Now, when you go to set this in, again, a little important, push it in. Make sure you're getting good contact. You can feel it sticking down, and give a couple of twists. Not a lot, enough. And then you can kind of look at the front here. Make sure your holes line up just for aesthetics. Not too important, but we're gonna do it anyways. Okay. Grab the drill. The ones I bought are actually number 2 Robertsons. So again, stainless steel. Stick it in there. As I said, if you're not used to a drill and you have a hard time controlling the speed, do this with a hand screwdriver. So as I said, you over tighten it, you're going to strip it out, and you're not going to get that good bond. It's basically nice and slow. You can feel it tuck down, and as soon as you feel that hull almost pull up to it a little bit, then just stop at that point. You can see that silicone in each one of these holes. Again, just ensuring that that's sealed up too. Well, last one. Okay, and that's it. Quick, easy, simple. So it took all of what? I'm not sure how long this has been going for. Okay, we're 9 minutes in, so 9 minutes to put a hatch up. Not bad, including explaining. So we got the access here. So now I'm going to be able to fish all my wires through everywhere. At some point, this is my transducer coming up through one of the scupper holes here. I'm going to end up bringing this up and feeding in through here, and that way I'm actually going to come up onto where my mount is here and be able to just plug everything in through here. So I'll have my transducer mount coming up through. I'm going to have a power plug here, maybe even on the side, I'm not sure yet, where I can plug that into. What I'm also doing for my Outlaw here is these are the only footrests to really get your power off of for paddling, and I don't find it comfortable. I find my legs are a little long. So another thing I'm going to be adding is some adjustable feet rails right here. So that's another thing I'm going to be coming in. So a lot more to go over here shortly. So as soon as my stuff comes in, hopefully in the next few weeks, I'm going to do another video on wiring it, putting these lights in, putting my plugins in, my foot rails, and yeah, so there it is. There's my Outlaw 11.5, installing my 2 5-inch hatches, and I'll be doing another one at the back here. I bought a 6-inch. I don't think it's going to work, but we'll have a look. I like the idea of the bag, but I'll probably have to buy the bags later. So anyways, that's how that's going to look. Okay, so that's just a short video on how to put hatches in your Outlaw 11.5. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, in another month or so, I'm going to be starting to put lights and stuff in this before tournament season. So if you enjoyed this, you like kayak fishing, you like fishing in general, hit subscribe, hit like, and I'll see you next time.